Hello, my name is Valerie Franco and my college.
José Vega.
Today we are going to tell to you about animal anatomy, the codification of terminological chaos. At the end of the 19th century, anatomy faced a crisis known as terminological anarchy. There were approximately 50,000 different names for only about 5,000 structures. For example, the cerebral epiphysis alone had almost 50 synonyms. To resolve this in 1895, the basal anatomical nomenclature was established. It was not a new terminology, but reached a careful selection of existing names, acting as a standard office to ensure that each part had a single official name. This reform allowed science to advance by providing a coherent and internationally accepted system.
Latin as international standard wide flexible translation. We style use Latin as official nomenclatures are in Latin because the provides a consistent global framework. However, the founders of the BNA recognized that teachers should be free to translate these terms into their own vernacular language, such as English, French, or Spanish, for use in class. While sometimes, such as foreign margins are never translated, other tools as atrium, destrum, are castle converted to right atrium. This dual system ensures that even if a Japanese or German physician writes in Latin for a global journal, they can teach effectively in their own language.
The elimination of eponyms. A primary goal of modern nomenclature is the elimination of eponyms, or names of people. Why? Because eponyms are often historically incorrect and vary from country to country. A famous example is the Popard's ligaments. Francois Popard described it in 1705, but Fallopio had already described it in 1384. Using names such as inguinal ligament is much more useful because it is descriptive and reduces the memory load for students. Instead of memorizing the names of individuals who may not even have been the first to discover a structure, students can now focus on its actual location and function.
Accuracy in terms of position, medial versus lateral. Accuracy is vital to avoid clinical errors in 1850. Jacob Henley pointed out the terms such as international and external were ambiguous. He proceeded using medial and lateral in reference to the medicine of the body. For example, the vastus medials and vastus laterals are both terminal external. The femur bone, so the all terms were consisting of unfortunately some surgeons style say international rotation instead of medial rotation, but the official nomina insists on these precise terms of the two ensure that the description of an injury or original producer is interpreted correctly by Evering.
The anatomical positions as a universal basis. Finally, all descriptions are based on the anatomical positions standing upright, with palms facing forward. This is the universal map for medical communication. There was a time during the Jena Anatomical Nomenclature of 1935 when experts attempted to abandon these positions in favor of terms such as cranial and caudal that would work for both humans and animals. However, this led to very confusing names for human muscles. Ultimately, the scientific community returned to the upright positions because it is the most practical and useful convention for teaching and clinical practice worldwide.